Dulang sanibonani thokozani realo chakhanya le lesedi. Greetings over the diaspora to those that do not speak the languages that we speak. Welcome back, everybody. Stoners United, Wake and Bake Gang, the queer unconscious, the knowledge seekers, the knowledge collectors, woke gang, anti-woke gang, the chakra hands, tarot card gang, the Togoza Gogo gang, Makosi gang, water gang, the element benders. Welcome, everybody, as long as we're all here in love and light. Welcome to another episode. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Thank you so much for the engagement in the comment sections and the likes. Those who are new here, if this is content that resonates with you, please let's start by clicking the subscribe button and we journey on our knowledge sharing sessions. Thank you so much for those who have shown us love so far, but let us get into today's episode. So today we're going to still be speaking on our principle of Heru, Ngosana, Khosana, the God, the child in the Holy Trinity, right? The original Trinity, the unplagiarized Trinity. So today we'll be talking about Heru and the number 5. So when we started our season, Heru, right? I'm not too sure if it was on our platform or on the live that we did on the Moya podcast, but we mentioned the number 5. And I was asking people, okay, have you guys also been resonating to the number 5 of some sort? I know for myself, I think I can share it now since it has elapsed now. So I had a dream where I had like a combination of numbers, and from this combination of number, when I added the numbers to simplicity, and then I got the number 5, right? So the month Heru is also, by coincidence, coinkydinky, the 5th month of the African calendar. I forgot to say this every time we started our Heru episodes. But yes, we are on month 5 of the African calendar. So the Heru principle, the Heru energy governs this 5th month, this calendar. So it's the same Moya, same energy, same energy that fortifies and now comes into mastery. Ivusa Lobukosi that we were dealing with now in the month Neptune. Remember we said this is the month of the royals, and so they were organizing themselves then, and then now in this season, now they're assuming the royal position. So that is Mantya Ronaya Heru. Now, when we take it to the agricultural space or the natural space, right, the netta itself, we actually find out, actually this month, and we're gonna just touch a little bit on our native tongues, the ones that I speak. Somebody asked which languages I speak. I'll answer that one just now. But it is a month now. The crops now are out. The crops, the hudile and out. Everything that is on planet Earth, or this realm, I guess, everything that is now on planet Earth is now growing and reaching its maturity. Right? Remember, we said now this is the month, ascension and mastery now becoming into our full selves, right? So this is now Ora reincarnated. This is Asa reincarnated into young Heru, right? So I'm gonna touch a little bit. So the languages that I speak, so I speak township, so I speak Sotho, and by Sotho I'm encompassing Sepedi, Setswana, le Sesotho. But I know there is a debate at Tswana and the Sotos, who comes from whom. I just know na ka Sepedi re bolela Sesotho sa Leboa. But I have alerted that my Sepedi is also not to a level where I needed to be. But it is something that I'm actively working on. It is something that when we have like another vlog session, I'm gonna share like my journey of collecting meaning. But my clan bars, But anyway, so Kase Soto, I guess, or Kasepedi. I'm gonna say Kasepedi because of how I understand it, Kasepedi. So the month of January, ki Perekong. Perekong. And Kong, I'm pronouncing it that way because of how I know the word to be. So when you break up the word itself, ke pera ka kong. So go pera ka kong. So because now the crops are large, right? This is now the time where the farmers, I don't know what they do nowadays, but the farmers who create a scarecrow so that now the birds don't come and now wanna feast on the crops that are out and maturing now, right? So you are literally creating an encompassment, a protection barrier made up of dried wood. So dried wood. So I don't want to go too much into the languages because this is how they train these AI and machine languages developed like this, right? So you've seen now on social media, maybe Oko, Facebook or something, right? Where a sentence and then it's translated to English, right? So they're getting closer and closer to our languages. But so so I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, let's leave the AIs and stuff And then in the Sizulu language, ki umasingan, right? So the language itself, well, the translation, direct translation. So this is the time where now the inspection of the pumpkins would be happening, right? So we're inspecting these pumpkins. We're inspecting the pumpkins now because now we had to have them for preparation, prepare them the summer solstice, the lotus celebration that we had now the past season, and now that they're in full maturity, this is now okay. So everything is coming into maturity now, right? So from our native tongues and also what is happening, because remember we're tracking now this movement, the sun. So basically this month, this fifth month is governed by that energy where now everything Molefating is reaching its full maturity. We are together. We are together. And thank you so much for the new faces. I know it's overwhelming content, but yeah, I think if you take it step by step, and also I'm also available to those who find me on different places, either my personal space or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm a nice person. I'm really a nice person. And I know people but who say they're nice people, they're not nice people. But no, I'm really open. Like I'm saying, these are knowledge sharing sessions. So as much as I'm also delivering the news here, I'm also willing to learn from everybody else, right? So that is why, please guys, get engaging in the comment section, and I really, really, really appreciate those who have been. What up, you? I know, they a little bit new on the interaction. So thank you so much, Royal One, for your engagement, and then also the regulars. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So yeah, let us engage, and yeah, each one teach one kind of situation. All right. Yeah, I'm so excited. We are nearing our Setswana lessons beginning. Yeah. So anyway, so now let's go back to the number five, right? So yeah, so I shared Horokeno. Has anybody else been resonating with the number five? Abo? So coincidentally, Heru the fifth month, the fifth month on the calendar. And then when I look more into numbers, so numbers they actually speak. They're not so innate as we are treating them to be, and I like Mr. Mlaba Laba. So the little conversations that we'd have in our own capacity, not for camera, but he'd say something like, the only true thing is energy. And when you're tracing it back to everything else and, spirituality and everything, you get to understand who, actually, I did an episode. Please go check out the language of God. But yeah, it was a long time ago, so I might have been shaky, but I think I delivered there. So the language of God or the language of creation is vibration and frequency, right? So so the number five also Yapila itself, right? And remember there's a phenomenon we spoke about Pluto and everything. So I really like this calendar and the content that we do here, because now you get to the content is it's relatable, it's alive. Yapila, the calendar. So we like saying that with my homies. Horeno, like this calendar, Yapila, you literally can see everything like fitting together, right? And my line that I like saying is that the dots will always connect backwards, right? So things you might not understand when things are happening, but when you look back, yeah, you understand the fuller picture. So now remember we said the planets are nearly prevalent now ka harilata Vumunya nearly Pluto, right? Before we got into the Heru season, well, by numbers wise, but energy wise, we're already clearly going into the Heru season, which planet Pluto presented the whole transformative, the whole what's this? Yeah, a change is coming, the whole, mastery is coming, the whole this is a time for you now to align with the things that you said you want to be doing or engaging in. And now when we look into the number five spiritually, numerologists, please come on board too. But the number five spiritually also is a month, yeah, the transformation, the month changes that are coming, the month opportunities, new, like if you wanna tweak a plan that you already have, this is the time for that. Yes, the number five. That's what the number five speaks to. There's also the sexuality part, yeah, the number five, and because remember, the episode I posted Lenka Tuesday when we spoke about the names of Heru, right? The sacred names are Heru. So there's also there that way to mention Horno, the lava principle related to Het Heru, which is the house of Heru, which is one of my favorite. Yeah, maybe that's why Harry is also my favorite, because I really really love the season ya Heru, right? So also for healing, we want to speak about Heru as a healer as well. Where does it fit in now with the sun analogy and everything else, right? The healing, the what else did I not mention? Yeah, but things are shaken up now. And because of the prevalent energy, Heru, whatever that you do earnestly right now, whatever that you put work in, whatever that you've been putting work in, now this energy is rewarding that, right? So that is what the number 5 also signifies in spirituality. And yeah, like, and you see, it matches everything else, right? We're in the 5th month. We are also now the planet Pluto that came with transformative energy, that came with this energy that allows us now to leave also the habits that we don't want to be engaging in, leave the, like, step into mastery, leave the things that are vibrating at a level where you don't want to be vibrating at, right? So which also ties into our number 5. And then the last part, yeah, our numbers series, well, not series, our numbers that we're gonna deal with Heru for today, because we're gonna speak on the eye of Heru and the numbers associated with the eye of Horus or Heru. Anyway, for those who missed it, yeah. So the last time I was burning both my candles, the blue leather gold. So I saw guy editing that they were not visible. I hope they're visible now. But yeah, for blue, for the transitioning from the previous season and into this. And I like blue spiritually anyway, flow, ebb of life, yeah, we can represent it with our sky or our waters for now. But anyway, sorry, energy gods or energy benders. But yeah, so we're back to the number 5, right? Which is a representation, yeah, Heru. Why am I saying this now? So we have, for those who have been to a Western education things, right? So I don't know if you're familiar with the theorem of Pythagoras. So theorem of Pythagoras basically says the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the square of the adjacent side combined with the square of the opposite side. In other meanings, in a right angled triangle, so triangle an angle 90 degrees, the long side here, ne, r squared is equals to x squared or a squared plus b squared or y squared, right? So adjacent, vertical, the squares of that is equal to that. So because Pythagoras was one of the Greek people that went to study in ancient Kemet, Marabonang studying abroad. So they went to study in ancient Kemet, and then yeah, so they were opened to or given the privilege to experience sacred science and to experience sacred math. So, like I'm saying that in ancient times when spirituality, numbers are alive, right? Numbers speak different things, numbers vibrate for different reasons. So, Hare Sheba, our triangle, this is where the theorem of Pythagoras would be coming from. So, on our triangle, I'm going to share the picture now when I'm going to do my edit. So, we have Asa, which is number 3, on the vertical side, the upright side, right? Which is now the 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 green god, right? God the Father, and then we have Oset, which is the number 4. And for the longest of times, actually, this whole triangle is my triangle. Actually. For the longest of times, I've been so I used to gravitate to the number 4 a lot, right? And Ning Ning, there's a point in my life where I lived on floor 4. I lived in, I think my room number was 404 or something, but there's just a lot of fours. I had the earring stuff 4, right? So it's only now, see the dots connect backwards, only now where I'm understanding, oh, okay, this is why you're resonating. And then now, obviously, I'm resonating with my number 3 because that's what I found out with my journey. Oh, okay, no, this is my number. But all these numbers clearly are my numbers because the 5 now, this is a number I'm vibrating to hectically now, got the season, from transitioning from the Neptune season up until now. So yeah, please share stories as well if you guys have been seeing things like angel numbers. And yeah, I don't have, yeah, we call them angel numbers, right? So if you see repetitive numbers or numbers of synchronicity, yes, that's the word I was looking for. So that's how significant numbers are. But let's go back to our triangle before we go again here. So we have Asa, which is number 3. So number 3 is the first perfect odd number. right? So we don't consider the one as the first odd number, because one represents unity, represents the universe, represents the oneness of everything, right? Remember, we spoke about the universal mind as well, where now before the diversions of the corruptions and everything would stem from one, everything would stem from noon, remember. But anyway, and then so three now our perfect first odd number, which is now representing. So in ancient Kemet, they would liken numbers, so they would gender their numbers, right? So three, for some reason, but it's a masculine number. I do not know. Yeah, if we're gonna resonate with that, and then the four, but it's the feminine number. Yeah, so maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, so this would represent the masculine principle, and then this one would represent the divine feminine principle. So a set, the number four, give the square of two, right? So two times two, or two to the power of two, will give you the number four. And then we have this side, Yarona, now Asa. And now when we look at the number Asa, the number five. So the number five as well is made up of both of these parents. So remember, Asali or Set are the parents to Heru, right, in our creation story. So energy of Oset, the energy of Asa produced Heru, energy of Sarabi, energy of Mufasa produced Simba. So the number five as well, when you look into ancient texts, this is the number where, this is the universe where gods live in eternity, right? So remember also principle ya rona ya Heru, it's also a transformative principle where now this is some sort of resurrection of some sort, right? Where now, so when I'm trying to rationalize it now, okay, the number five would represent the universe where the gods live eternally. So maybe this would be the afterlife, or the next level, okay, after your carnal self, you on the micro scale have now elevated to the higher scale. So remember also the principle of Heru. I touched a little bit on it, but we're gonna go expand a little bit more at our next Heru episodes. Remember, I said that, no, I did this on a live actually. I think we also did it here. I said that the principle of Heru helps uses the remember the governor of the two worlds, so uses the flesh things, right, the carnal things of the physical world, in order to uses that as a step ladder to elevate into the spiritual world, so that you can merge these two, so increase the vibration of this material world, so that you are like nicely aligned spiritually, right? So this is number ya rona, the number five. Yeah, so I want to go back to the numbers where I'm saying the vibrator, and they're not innate objects, and by innate I mean they're not just it's not a thing. So that's why also in ancient Kemet nabai refer to the gender, no, it's a masculine number, it's a feminine number. They didn't refer to it as even or odd for some reason, but this is now the principle of duality coming in again, right? Which is, yeah, anyway. So they called angel numbers, right? It's one of these numbers of synchronicity. So why I not why I think they're called well, why the point that I want to make with them being called angel numbers. So with the angel numbers, this would be where messages are received from this, right? When you see a 111, 1111, you've seen the likes of us, Baba Insane, yeah, with insanity, Baling Insane, where yeah, you'd see maybe on your statuses or status where people but look at the screenshots of the time 1111 or 0303. So those things are actually speaking messages, they're delivering messages. I have a friend of mine, Sarah, she's so amazing with numbers and money. Like she's one of the luckiest people I know. Like, yeah, Kisamu exposure, but she's a very, very lucky person, and she knows whenever she sees a certain number, so ibulela into eso. So numbers are alive. Numbers have their own frequency as well, as much as color, as much as everything else around us. But numbers also, they're not just a thing, but they are called they have these names like what angel numbers, because they're actually delivering a message. And remember, communication principle Jehuti, and we're gonna fit Jehuti back when we speak more ka Heru. But yes, Jahuti was there in the beginning of creation, and Ma'at became the manifest of all of that, the law and order, and. But yes, that is all I have with our episode today. I hope this was sufficient. I hope this was not too confusing as well, and you're able to resonate and able to also share a little bit of your stories regarding the number 5 or how you understand Heru. And yeah, so I'm gonna not forget to share that principle where Pythagoras stole the principle, the Pythagorean theorem, right? Where r squared is x squared plus y squared or a squared plus b squared. So it's actually from the ancient Kemetic triangle. And when you see triangles as well in buildings, so where this Pythagorean theorem or where this theorem, Trinity, yes, theorem, Trinity, where it would come into play. So in construction sites, you would see like the trusses. And I know personally in primary school, there was a project we had to do where we had to design a table. And the one thing that I've carried up until now, my 30s, is that the triangle is the most stable figure, right? So if you have like a square saw and you want to stabilize it, so we had to design a table. So we put like we're making table out of masking tape paper. So we put like a line in the middle so of the triangle so that it can be stable. So that's how our team won. And then for those who studied maybe more architecture or what was the subject we did, engineering? With structures. But you see the trusses as well. They're made up of the right triangles. The bridges that are built are made up of these right triangles. So this trinity is the stability that we see. This is the shape. So triangles are for me are the most stable figures, and it also helped me also now realign to my number. 3, right? My favorite number now. Yeah. Well, the number that I should be. This number that I'm resonating to is in my life on a what's this? Hey, my English is gone. So yeah, that is all I have for today. Uncle Ma'at, happy today. Let's show love to one another. Blind unity, African unity, one love.